Through art, we get to tell our stories, we get to share our history, we get to change the world. We inspire people to think differently, and that saves lives. My organization, our organization, Shares Vision, will be celebrating our 10th anniversary next week. We'll be celebrating 10 years of saving lives. I grew up in Sault Ste. Marie like one of my dear friends, and I sued my high school because it was homophobic and because it was racist. I used the money from my human rights lawsuit, thanks for coming, Commissioner. I sat with my friends in a dorm room at the University of Ottawa, and we thought, hey, why don't we go to schools and share our stories? And in sharing our stories and sharing our lives, we taught LGBTQ youth in schools across the country that they weren't alone. We taught straight students that homophobia and transphobia, biphobia, and oppression of all kinds was inappropriate and unacceptable. We must remember that we have a moral obligation to be involved, to make a difference. And in the absence of my previous speakers, I will challenge myself to tell you something controversial. Less than 1% of donations to charities go to LGBTQ organizations. Volunteership is lowest among LGBTQ organizations. And while we celebrate World Pride in a thriving city, the work of Toronto Pride is not easy and a hard road to climb. Every dollar and every flag that was raised was done with blood and sweat and tears. And it is important to remember that this party celebrates 45 years of the decriminalization of homosexuality in our country. And that short time ago, it was illegal for me to stand here and share with you what I do. For you to sit and be safe. And while I say that with pride, only blocks away from here there are schools where students sit and are not safe. So I encourage you today to volunteer your time here at the Art Gallery with the Foundation Ikeja, or with Pride Toronto, or with Shares Vision. And in fact, I am happy to announce today that in partnership with all 4 school boards here in Toronto, we are going to be hosting LGBTQ youth training forums, where we show youth, both LGBTQ and straight, how to make their schools a safer and better place. Forums here in Toronto, Brampton, Hamilton, Guelph, Windsor, all across our province, all across our country. In fact, every day of the school year, Shares Vision volunteers, some of whom sit in this audience right now, share their lives and their stories with young people. And they change the way our school systems run. They train teachers to do better. They train parents to be loving and accepting. And they change the way we learn. We also will be running over 30 training forums, 3 national events. And of course, I expect all of you to be wearing pink on the International Day of Pink, April 8th, 2015. And if you think it's too early to start planning, don't kid yourself. Because wearing a pink shirt does not stop bullying. One workshop by Shares Vision does not stop homophobia and transphobia. This work is a lifelong, ongoing, and engaging process. It is about changing the hearts and minds, because as we stand here with almost all the legal rights, and I emphasize almost because there are people in our community who still do not stand as equal, so we need to stand with them and fight. But as I stand here, it's no longer only about fighting for pieces of paper, but about changing hearts and minds. That's the work I get to do every day. That's the work I encourage you to do as well. And if you need help doing it, volunteer. And if you don't have time, give me money.